It started as an innocent friendship, but one night, everything changed. The tension had been building for months, and when our lips finally met, I knew there was no turning back. Was this the beginning of something beautiful, or the start of a dangerous mistake? The evening unfolded in hues of amber and gold as the sun melted into the horizon, casting a soft glow across the room. The air carried a quiet warmth, wrapping around me like a secret I wasn't ready to admit. Jake was on his way. I had invited him over for a simple, cozy night in, but the way my pulse quickened said it was anything but simple. Over the past few months, our friendship had deepened, slipping into something more unspoken, magnetic, dangerous. When he finally arrived, I met him at the door with a smile, my heart betraying me with its eager rhythm. "I'm so glad you came," I said, leading him inside. The scent of freshly baked cookies lingered in the air, mingling with something even sweeter, the tension crackling between us. We sank into the couch, a blanket casually draped over us, though the warmth I felt had nothing to do with fabric. Conversation flowed effortlessly, laughter weaving through the air like a melody only we understood. And then it happened. The way our bodies leaned into each other, the way his arm brushed against mine, none of it was planned, yet none of it felt accidental. Every glance lasted a second too long. Every touch lingered just a little more than it should have. A silent question hovered between us, waiting to be answered. Jake exhaled, his voice softer now, more intimate. "Can I tell you something?" His eyes searched mine, and in that moment, I knew this night was about to change everything. I nodded, my curiosity piqued. Jake exhaled, his gaze steady yet filled with something unspoken. "I've been thinking about how much I enjoy being with you. It feels different. Special. And I'd love to see where this could go." His words sent a rush of warmth through me, my pulse quickening in response. I swallowed, my voice barely above a whisper. "I feel the same way." The admission felt like a release, a truth I had been holding on to for too long. "I've been hoping we could explore this connection." As I spoke, my fingers instinctively reached for his, intertwining with ease. The warmth of his touch sent a thrill through me, a quiet affirmation that we were both stepping into something new, something undeniable. Jake leaned in, his eyes searching mine. "I want to make sure we're both comfortable as we take this step," he said, his voice gentle yet firm. The sincerity in his words made my chest tighten with emotion. I offered him a soft smile, appreciating the way he handled this fragile moment. "Absolutely. I want this to be something beautiful, for both of us." As the evening unfolded, we shared stories, laughter, and quiet glances that spoke louder than words. The connection between us deepened, layer by layer, as if we were slowly unraveling a mystery we had both been longing to solve. I felt vulnerable, but in the best way. It wasn't the kind of vulnerability that came with fear. It was the kind that came with trust. We were two souls navigating the depths of our emotions, unearthing something raw and unspoken. And for the first time in a long while, it felt liberating. I hesitated for a moment, my heart racing before I finally spoke. "Can I ask you something?" Jake's gaze softened. "Of course." I swallowed, my voice quieter than I intended. "What do you envision for us?" He took a thoughtful pause, his expression unreadable at first. Then, with quiet certainty, he answered. "I see us growing together, supporting each other, creating something real. I want to cherish every moment we share." His words settled deep inside me, wrapping around my heart like a warm embrace. A rush of happiness filled my chest. "That sounds perfect," I murmured, giving his hand a gentle squeeze. "I want that too." As the night stretched on, we found ourselves leaning in, physically, emotionally, our hearts wide open to the possibilities ahead. It felt like a delicate dance of trust, a quiet unfolding of something neither of us could resist anymore. At some point, we decided to put on a movie, but it felt different this time. The screen flickered, but I barely paid attention. The air between us was thick with anticipation, every glance, every shift, every touch charged with an unspoken desire. By the time the credits rolled, I could hardly hear the music playing over the pounding of my own heartbeat. I turned to Jake, my pulse hammering in my throat. "Can I kiss you?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. I needed to know, needed to be sure. A slow smile spread across his lips, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "Yes. I'd like that." The moment our lips met, the world around us faded. The kiss was soft, hesitant at first, but it carried a promise. A promise that this was just the beginning. In that moment, it felt as if he had poured joy into me, his kiss enveloping me in warmth and quiet euphoria. It wasn't just the softness of his lips, it was the unspoken promise behind them, the sweetness of something new yet undeniably real. As we pulled away, a rush of happiness washed over me. We had crossed a threshold, one we could never step back from. And yet, I wasn't afraid. If anything, I was exhilarated. The trust we had built gave me confidence that we could navigate whatever came next, no matter how uncertain the road ahead might be. That evening became a cherished memory, a moment etched in time, reminding me of the beauty of love, the thrill of connection, and the quiet power of surrendering to something that just feels right. I looked forward to more nights like this. Nights filled with laughter, discovery, and the quiet joy of simply being together. If this story resonated with you, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything. It helps us build a space where we can share, reflect, and grow together. Moral of the story. It started as an innocent friendship, but one night, everything changed. The tension had been building for months, and when our lips finally met, I knew there was no turning back. Was this the beginning of something beautiful, or the start of a dangerous mistake? 1. The power of emotional connection. True intimacy isn't just physical, it's built on trust, understanding, and emotional depth. The way relationships evolve depends on how two people communicate their feelings and desires. 2. The importance of mutual respect. Before stepping into something new, both people should feel safe and comfortable. Jake's approach, seeking consent and ensuring emotional readiness, shows the importance of respect in any growing relationship. 3. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Their ability to be open and vulnerable with each other made this moment feel natural rather than rushed. Trust allows relationships to flourish without fear or hesitation. 4. Understanding the risks and rewards of crossing a line. Transitioning from friendship to something deeper can be exciting but also uncertain. Not every connection leads to happiness, so both individuals need to be sure of their emotions. 5. The beauty of taking things slowly. Love and attraction should be explored with care and patience. The most meaningful relationships often come from a foundation of genuine connection, not just fleeting passion.